You know, we talked about some of this stuff back 10, 15 years ago here on YouTube. I predicted this stuff saying we need to be concerned about it. And a lot of people just thought we were crazy, but now we're seeing it play out before us. This is Tony. Hope you're all doing well. And we'll get into all of it. What I'm talking about in a second, I wanted to mention we're also going to talk about what Kevin O'Leary said, what's going on with Pizza Hut, a ton of other stuff as well. But the main story is about these bugs, certain bugs over in Texas. That's where it started, apparently. Where then afterwards, you can no longer eat meat. We're going to get into that and what's going on with that because it's now becoming something of a topic everyone's talking about today. Particularly, we got Joe Rogan on it. We got a number of other people talking about it. We got some crazy videos to show you on it and a ton of other stuff to get into. Let's just get going here. Let's start with Pizza Hut apparently bringing back the retro look from, I think, the 80s. Pac-Man is back, salad bar is back, red cups are back, and booths for families. Let's check this out.
Amazing the comments we have about they have the red cups. Yes, we do.
Tim Sparks got his start working at a Pizza Hut that looked like this. He's now president of Dayland Corporation, which owns this franchise and more than 80 others around the country. They've redecorated many restaurants to rewind the clock.
It looks exactly like the one that I remember from when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's what we were after.
Some Pizza Hut classics are now top-performing locations. Customers show up for a piece of their childhood.
It just brings back memories.
To share with their own kids.
When you finally find something that tastes how you genuinely remember it tasting, like you can't let it go.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, man, that's cool. So apparently they're also trying to make the pizza like they used to, because obviously it's not as good as it used to be at Pizza Hut. Perhaps these guys are trying to bring back the old taste on top of the old look. That's kind of interesting. Maybe I'll try to find one of those locations. I don't know if any of them in my area is like that. We'll have to check it out. You got here, waffle workers are demanding $25 an hour, 20 Waffle House workers. A job that requires zero experience, education, specialized skills, $25 an hour, $52,000 a year to flip eggs and pour coffee. Meanwhile, skilled tradesmen who spent years learning their craft are making the same. You also have a bunch of laid off tech bros now. Just today, literally today, Meta or Facebook laid off 10% of their whole entire workforce to be replaced, obviously, with AI. They sent every single person home today to work. And then they gave out the secret email to 10% of them. Perhaps this was their way of avoiding a riot at the workplace or whatever. So you have a lot of insane layoffs, particularly in the white collar realm as well, going on right now. You have Kevin O'Leary, one of the owners of data centers, who doesn't understand why everybody's so mad about AI, saying here, Gen Z is financially cooked when people are making $70K a year and spending $28 for lunch.
And when I see kids that are making 70 grand a year, spending $28 for lunch. I mean, that's just stupid. It's just, think about that in the context of that being put into an index and making 8 to 10% a year for the next 50 years. Can't stand it when I see kids that are making 70 grand a year spending.
So this is interesting what he said here, because, I mean, a lot of it comes back to a few things. One, eating out too much, inflation. I mean, you could technically eat for a lot cheaper than that at your own home. A lot of people like eating out, though. It obviously comes back to inflation and taking the dollar off the gold standard. That's why we're at that point. I've talked about this numerous times. Back in the 1971, they took the dollar off the gold standard. If they put it back on, like one country did, Russia, they did, and their groceries cost a third to a quarter as much as ours do. So if they put the dollar back on the gold standard, we would have a lot more money. It would go a lot farther. Your paycheck would go 3 to 4 times farther if they put the dollar back. They don't want you to know that. They want you to say, oh, I need higher wages. They want you to be playing chess while they're, or playing checkers while they're playing chess. They're just basically deceiving everyone. And no one understands this. Very few people seem to understand this. At any rate, so what's interesting about, obviously, what's going on is also we have other technological advancements. Billy Boy, the computer guy, Gates, and him doing a study on this particular insect, ticks, right? Apparently they just arrived in California, the ones that can make you not being able to eat meat anymore. Hundreds of Martha's Vineyard citizens are learning all about the tick that helps climate change. Look at this.
Forcing them to go vegan, which is interesting considering the Lone Star tick has made its way to California and infected over hundreds of people in the last few months with AGS, a rare.
Yep, it's starting to happen in a lot of places, actually. I've seen a number of videos going viral on X about this. It's actually one of the top stories today. You have here the range that they're moving. A peer-reviewed paper published last year in the Journal of Bioethics by 2 professors at Western Michigan University School of Medicine argues that it's morally obligatory to genetically, engineer, of course, ticks to spread this certain problem, syndrome, a permanent condition. It's not necessarily permanent, but it looks like it could be for a lot of people, that makes you not be able to eat meat anymore. Beneficial blood sucking, they call it. What the heck, man? Who are these You know what? Okay, I got a good solution for our entire Western world. If we did this, I think a lot of our problems would be resolved overnight. If I could make 3 wishes. 3 wishes. 1, get rid of every single leader politically in our country and replace them with good, moral, ethical people. That would be a pretty good one. Get rid of every single professor in every college and replace them with normal people that are professors, if they exist. That would be great. I had a third one too that'd be really good. Oh yeah. Well, I think the women might not like that one, so maybe I shouldn't say it. Yeah. Got to reverse times and go back to the old days. Yeah. Their argument is eating meat is morally wrong. Then preventing the spread, apparently, of people, they consider it like a disease to eat meat. Is that what they're trying to say? So apparently the range they're moving, it's far more than this. They're over in California now, right? Isn't Martha's Vineyard? Where is Martha's Vineyard at? I thought that was it's in California, right? Looks like it's already gotten to that place. Looks like it's in a lot of places, actually. Might have something to do with something I'm going to show you in a minute. Something they're doing. I'll show you that in a minute. First, though, I got to mention food supply, 25-year shelf life. Link is in the description. 3 months worth for $6.97. You're going to definitely want to get that if you have not already. See all the insanity going on around us, whether it's data centers, the next Terminator. Actually, it's insane. My other video is about the AI because that's actually going viral right now as well. You got all the insanity going on around us. You got these ticks. You got all the weird stuff going on around. You might want to get prepared for whatever might be next. World War III, whatever it is. Also, this book here, The Lost Ways, How Your Great-Great-Grandfather Lived Without Electricity, How to Build a Cellar, Do Things Around the House as they did in the old days. And you might need that. You never know what's next. $37, get the printed version. Link is in the description. Go check out all my other social media. I'm on X. I'm on Rumble, all these other places. So you have here these ticks seemingly ending up in a lot of places, actually. This man is now allergic, of course, to red meat. Let's play his little video on this topic as well.
My question I ask you is what fucking surface, what purpose do ticks have? Look at my face and my neck.
Man.
I can't eat red meat anymore. I can't have any animal byproducts.
He has hives everywhere.
And it's in everything.
Yeah, man. That's so terrible. I can't even imagine that because I already have a very limited diet because of something I got allergic to. Or not, I wouldn't say I'm allergic to it, but like I react to it. Like, it's kind of hard to tell if it's like just something where I react to it or if I'm actually allergic to it. I can't eat a ton of, there's like a bunch of stuff I can't eat because of an antibiotic I took and some other stuff that happened to me. If that happened to me, I would have almost nothing I could eat at that point. Like, I'd be like eating some vegetables or something. That's about it. Like potatoes. Yeah, that's crazy. I wonder if they can eat egg. Can they eat egg? Because that would be a good substitute. I mean, because you need to get, obviously, a number of vitamins and things from certain oils, omega-3. I wonder if you can actually eat egg. Eat egg. Okay, you can eat egg. So that's at least one. That makes it, I mean, it's still bad, very bad, but at least you can do that. Can you eat anything else? Like, there's a lot of people searching this. There's like a lot of people asking questions about this. So you can eat chicken. You can eat chicken and egg. Okay, that's cool. But you can't eat red meat. Of course, the whole entire point of this is Billy Boy, the computer guy Gates, was saying that we need to get rid of the cows, or we need to make them so they stop producing methane, farting, right? And which is absolutely insane. I think he's full of it. I took a class in pollution. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Honestly, I just flat out, these guys literally are flat out just, they got an agenda. They're not telling you science. Okay. They pretend like they're telling you science. He doesn't even have a degree. I actually have a science degree. He has no science degree. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. I don't even know if he's ever taken a class on pollution. Clearly he's just doing this for money. He doesn't care. He has a little bit of a, obviously he has some sort of agenda going on. This isn't exactly rocket science. At any rate, of course, I mean, imagine you get bit by one of these things, you go to Texas Roadhouse, and then you find yourself in a bad situation. There's one person I think in my state that apparently died from this. Now you have, of course, Texas Roadhouse is set to close at their original location. Of course, this company that owns it's not even from Texas, which is kind of ironic, right? You have here Joe Rogan talking about this whole tick topic. Check this out.
Really crazy.
And ticks. Watch that thing.
The tick thing is nuts.
Yeah.
Especially
because of meat, because of Gates.
Well, there's
Bill
boxes
Gates,
people
Matt.
are finding. I don't know if this is true because I've seen many reports on it, but I'm just going to say what I saw. That farmers and ranchers are finding boxes of ticks on their property. Now, I don't know if that's fake. I don't know if someone's setting that up to pretend
There is a bunch of videos like that.
they found these boxes of ticks, but there's videos of these people finding boxes of ticks.
Now, what they'll say is they'll probably...
He goes on to say that they're going to claim that these sterile ticks will diminish the population or something like that. This is what I'm saying. They have some sort of ulterior motives with all the stuff they're doing. It's very obvious. Dimming, the sun, releasing these things. You've got these mosquitoes as well that have been obviously modified that they're doing and releasing as well. I don't trust any of these people at all. I don't trust any of them because I don't think they have any of our best interests in mind. I think they have their profit margins in line, whatever they want in line, not about the best interests of nature or of people. Peer-reviewed paper says engineering, these ticks to spread meat. Of course, allergies is morally obligatory. Western Michigan professors. See, and I was warning about this literally 12 years ago on YouTube about CRISPR. I was talking about that long ago. I mentioned that movie called Children of Men, which shows how people no longer could have kids. They could literally do this. A guy with $1,000 lab, just the most basic one period, could modify some genes, put it in a person, and put them in the population, and eventually it will spread everywhere. And it would take a long time that way. There's obviously they want to do a lot faster than that, but they could make it to where you couldn't even have kids anymore if they wanted to. This is what I've been saying this for many, many years. That this is why the amount of technology is coming out and the people running the world, it's disgusting. Because they don't seem to care. They don't have the moral fortitude to do the right thing. Many of them don't. Some of them do. And of course, they're going to claim, "Oh, this is a theory. This isn't really true. Billy Boy didn't do anything. He just did a study." This is the kind of retarded. This is the kind of stuff they'll say. 450,000 people may have already been affected by this. That's insane, dude. That's crazy. 450,000. That's quite a percentage of the population. What do we got here? I keep hearing people that can't eat meat after this happens to them. Well, this may have something to do with it. Billy Boy, don't want you to eat real meat. Meanwhile, in America, a landowner accuses unknown helicopter operator of dropping boxes on his farm. It's got some music. They always put music on these. I can't even play the music. Multiple helicopters? Is that what we're seeing here? With boxes dropping them?
Not the fucking day.
Not today. Exactly, dude. What is this? Oh, yeah. Okay. So obviously, the theme of this video is about these ticks, but also about just the food. Our food supply, what's been going on with that. If you look at it, you have RFK and what he's been trying to do, but then you have people like Billy Boy Gates trying to do what he's doing, and we're seeing them usurp the will of you and I. They just do whatever they want. We put someone in who's trying to do what we want, and then they're still doing their garbage on the side, right? We have inflation going up. Groceries in Texas now have a new food stamp requirement. No candy, gum, taffy, which is, of course, what RFK put in. Obviously, there's not much nutrition in things like Snickers bars or, M&Ms or whatever. But it comes back to, obviously, these food dyes, all the stuff that's in our food that shouldn't be there, that clearly is there for another reason, which I think has to do with them making money in the medical sector. And so it's like you can see they want to make as much money as they can off you while doing whatever they want. That's basically the impression I get from all this when you take it all in. A biotech company plans to bring extinct animals back to life. Colossal Biosciences in Texas says it has hatched 26 live chicks from artificial 3D printed eggs. So they literally created eggs with a 3D printer and hatched chickens from it. The company wants to scale up this project to genetically engineer living birds to resemble New Zealand's extinct South Island giant moa. They transfer contents from real fertilized chicken eggs into artificial shells. 26 healthy chicks have hatched so far, with more on the way. The chicks are living on a Texas farm in a pure normal, no natural shell or surrogate hen needed. South Island giant moa they want to bring back was a flightless bird, 12 foot tall, weighing up 500 pounds. Damn, bro. That's a big bird. I feel like we have a lot of real world problems that need solving over extinct birds. Yeah. We have some real problems in America. Instead, they're just building data centers and bringing birds back to life that we don't even need. Makes total sense. I mean, and putting garbage in our food, right? Basically is what's going on. And also releasing ticks. You have the Tuckmeister here. If you live in certain parts of the country, you'll know someone infected with, of course, Lyme. There's apparently something that we did back in the past, in war, related to this. Check this out. Talk about it here.
In certain parts of this country, rural areas particularly, people who have or who have had Lyme disease. For some percentage, it's totally life-destroying. So what is that exactly? Back in 2008, a woman called Chris Newby produced a documentary about Lyme.
Some infectious disease doctors They don't believe in Lyme.
It's hard to digest all of this. It's just so evil.
I met a CIA black ops guy who said in 1962, the weirdest thing he'd ever done was dropping poison ticks on Cuban sugarcane workers. That was Operation Mongoose. That was the first.
What the heck, bro? Now they're doing it to us, except for it's a little bit different. You see what I mean? Like, they don't respect us. They don't care about us, the people. Should be very obvious at this point. They're too busy making money, doing whatever the hell they want, stay in power. These are the people running the world that need to be removed, as far as I'm concerned. Driving record ER surge as reports of boxes of these, ticks being released across the map, apparently in California even. Now they'll tell you Billy Boy's not a part of it. There's no proof that he did anything with this, except for a study. He did a study with it. Of course, none of the rest of it's related to him. Of course, just it's a weird happenstance, weird coincidence, right? He didn't have anything to do with it whatsoever. And actually, I think he did. That's just my guess based on sort of his own track record with other things that we've seen in the past. 2020, for example, that whole thing, right? Yeah, so you got that. Then we got this story here. Jesus statue has nearly risen in Armenia. The Christ statue will be 77 meters tall on Mount Hyattus near Yerevan. By comparison, Brazil's iconic Christ Redeemer is 38 meters high. So this thing will be literally twice as high. Pretty cool. And you can see that they're still building it. Pretty amazing sight. We should have a Jesus statue built in America, dominion for Christianity, not these insane people who want to build a Prometheus statue on Alcatraz Island. Some of these big tech bro guys, wonder what they worship. I don't know. The devil? Prometheus is a second generation Titan. We believe the devil is literally that as well. If you do research on it, probably is a devil, the light bearer. He had also the fire, gave fire to humans. That's what Prometheus did. The devil is the light bearer in scripture. Sounds pretty familiar. You got also what's going on in Britain, where a man was literally arrested for preaching. And here you have Tommy bringing him out to preach to millions of people during their recent peaceful protest against all the insanity, all these people coming into their country. Here's the guy that got arrested. Kind of interesting. At any rate, that's my video. Kind of wonder what some of you guys think about all this. Let me know in the comment section below. And thanks for watching.